Hello everyone, this is EB the Original Master here, and welcome to the first episode of my brand new Don't Hug Me I'm Scared retrospective reviews, in which I'll be reviewing all 6 of the main Don't Hug Me I'm Scared episodes up until the release of the brand new television series of Don't Hug Me I'm Scared, which is premiering on Channel 4, which is a United Kingdom-based television network, in September of 2022. Now, unfortunately, I am not from the UK, obviously, so we really don't know if this series will ever come out outside of the UK, but until this very point of time, I will be reviewing the 6 main Don't Hug Me I'm Scared web series episodes up until the release of the television series in September of 2022. So the first Don't Hug Me I'm Scared video was released on July 29th of 2011, and the series is a satire of those preschool programming with a dark twist. So Don't Hug Me I'm Scared features puppets, animation segments, and dark comedy, which tells the story of these 3 main characters who are trapped in this unknown realm of the media. So the first episode of Don't Hug Me I'm Scared, the very first one, is all about creativity, where we are introduced with our 3 main characters, a yellow guy, a duck character, and this red character, which resembles a mop. He kind of looks like a mop monster character. So these are our 3 main characters of Don't Hug Me I'm Scared. So, the teacher of this episode is this notepad character by the name of Paigey, in which she sings a song about being creative. So I'll just sing a little bit of the song, and I'll tell you what happens in the video. So the song simply goes like this. What's your favorite idea? Mine is being creative. How do you get the idea? I just try to think creatively. Alright, so that's your main basis of the song. I'm not going to sit here and sing the whole song because that would be unnecessary. So, yeah, the first Don't Hug Me I'm Scared was pretty good. I really enjoyed this video. I really liked the dark messages of how creativity can sometimes not always be the greatest thing out there, because you can think of something that is so creative that it will become very messed up, which actually does happen in the first Don't Hug Me I'm Scared video. Some of the highlight moments of this episode, or video, whatever you want to call it, is the yellow guy painting a picture of a clown, and then Paigey, the notepad character, ends up dropping black ink over his painting, ruining it. And yeah, so another highlight of the first Don't Hug Me I'm Scared is green is not a creative color. The ending is where things went completely messed up. You got the duck spelling the word death. The main characters turn into these live action performers. The yellow guy, the duck were all like twice their size because he transformed into live action performers. A thunderstorm was brewing outside. They were eating a cake with freaking organs inside of it. Yeah, Don't Hug Me I'm Scared is freaking messed up, and that's why I love this series. So if I have to give a rating to the very first episode of Don't Hug Me I'm Scared, the first one, I'd probably give it a 9 out of 10. It's really good. I really like it. The puppetry was great. The song was pretty catchy and memorable, and I really liked the visuals and the message that it tried to give across about creativity. Okay, so that is my review on the first Don't Hug Me I'm Scared. Once again, I'm going to be reviewing all 6 of the main web series episodes, so stay tuned for my next review on Don't Hug Me I'm Scared 2 in the later future. So thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you guys next time. Hello everyone, this is EB the Original Master here, and welcome to the second episode of my Don't Hug Me I'm Scared retrospective reviews up until the release of the brand new TV series in September of 2022. And today I'll be reviewing Don't Hug Me I'm Scared 2, released in March of 2014. Now, Don't Hug Me I'm Scared 2 is a much bigger improvement to the first one, is because that it is created under a new studio, and the designs of the characters have changed. The sets are a lot more brighter and a lot more better, unlike in the first Don't Hug Me, I'm Scared. So, in the second Don't Hug Me, I'm Scared, this is all about time, where our three main characters, the yellow guy, the duck, and the red monster character, are sitting by the TV waiting for their show to come on, and the teacher in this episode is a clock by the name of Tony. So, like I've said earlier, this episode is about time, where Tony explains how time could make your appearance change. You could waste time by not doing anything, and I actually like this better than the first Don't Hug Me, I'm Scared. Now, don't get me wrong, the first episode of Don't Hug Me, I'm Scared isn't bad whatsoever, but I think the second one is a much bigger improvement than the first one. Now, just like with the first Don't Hug Me, I'm Scared, there are lots of dark imagery in this one. One I can come up with is the ending, where the characters turn into old people because time was going forward, and then they all turn into these old monsters characters and whatnot. They were turning older. Their skins were melting out of their bodies and whatnot. It was pretty gory, and just like what the series is known for. Now, another cool thing about Don't Hug Me, I'm Scared 2 is the return. Oh, wait, hold on. Sorry, I didn't mean to say return. I meant to say that this episode introduced a new character, which will become a major staple to the series finale of the web series, and that is Roy, who is the yellow guy's father. He makes his debut in this video, and he makes a return in the sixth and final episode of Don't Hug Me, I'm Scared, the web series, in which I'll be reviewing much later in the future. So yeah, overall, Don't Hug Me, I'm Scared 2 is an improvement to the first one, and it's really good. I love the song in this episode about time. The animation's on point. The puppetry is great, and I really dig this one. All right, everyone, that is my review on Don't Hug Me, I'm Scared 2. I'll see you guys next time on my review of Don't Hug Me, I'm Scared 3. So with that said, what are your thoughts about Don't Hug Me, I'm Scared 2? Let me know in the comments below, and I will see you guys next time. Hello, everyone. This is EB the Original Master here, and welcome back to a new episode of the Don't Hug Me, I'm Scared retrospective reviews, where I'm reviewing all of the episodes from the original web series up until the release of the new Don't Hug Me, I'm Scared television series, which is launching on Channel 4 next month in September. And today I'll be taking a look at Don't Hug Me, I'm Scared 3, released in 2014. Now, in my personal opinion, this is the weakest of the original web series of Don't Hug Me, I'm Scared. And because this is being the weaker one, I wouldn't say it's a bad episode, but I think it isn't as strong as the other episodes, which we'll be getting to later in the future. So in Don't Hug Me, I'm Scared 3, this one teaches us about love, and it basically has the duck, the red guy, and the yellow guy having a picnic. And so what happened is that a butterfly had landed on the uncooked chicken for the picnic, and so the duck uses a fly swatter and he kills it, and it upsets the yellow guy. So the yellow guy runs away, hides up in a tree, and this is where he meets up with the teacher of this episode, which is a butterfly character. I completely forgot his name, but it's a butterfly character, and he teaches the yellow guy about love. Now, in my personal opinion, like I've already stated, that this is the weakest one, is because it isn't as dark as the other ones. There isn't that much of creepy values in it, but it does have a dark message about everyone having a special one, and apparently the yellow guy ends up getting sacrificed because he's being brainwashed by the butterfly and the other woodland creatures in the episode. But yeah, so yeah, like I've said already, this is the weakest one in my opinion. There were some good moments in the episode, like the duck staring at the camera after he said, well, I guess we finished the chicken picnic. He said something about that, and then he just stares at the camera for like 3 seconds until the episode cuts back to the butterfly character and the woodland creatures. But yeah, so that's pretty much all I have to say for Don't Hug Me I'm Scared 3. It's the weakest one in my opinion. It's not bad, but I think it could have been a little bit better. But it was still good regardless, even though that there really wasn't that much darkness in it. But it was still a pretty decent episode of the Don't Hug Me I'm Scared series. Alright, so that is my review on Don't Hug Me I'm Scared 3. I'll see you guys next time on my next review on the 4th episode of Don't Hug Me I'm Scared. So be on the lookout for that in the future. So with that said, thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you guys next time with that review. Hello everyone, this is EB the Original Master here, and welcome back to a new episode of the Don't Hug Me I'm Scared retrospective reviews. We've only got 2 more videos left to cover, so let's go ahead and get started with Don't Hug Me I'm Scared 4, released in March of 2015. Now, Don't Hug Me I'm Scared 4 is a bigger improvement from the 3rd episode, where our characters, the red guy, the yellow guy, and the duck, are playing a board game, and the red guy pulls out a card that asks us the question, what is the biggest thing in the world? So the yellow guy starts rambling about random things, such as a mountain, the sky, a windmill, and the duck tells him no. And so then a globe basically comes to life, which he was probably going to tell the characters what is the biggest thing in the world. But instead, we got a computer character in this episode, which he basically tells our characters technology and how technology could probably take over our lives one day. Now, like I've said in the beginning of this video, this is a much bigger improvement than Don't Hug Me I'm Scared 3. There are some very, very creepy imagery in this one, such as, for example, towards the end of this episode, we get to see all these crazy things going on, like there's a part in the episode where the characters gets transported into the computer, where every time they open these doors, sometimes they'll see a line graph shown by the yellow guy. The duck would say digital style, and then the computer character would say do a digital dancing. Hey, this is fun. There's a part where one of the doors showed the duck in his 3D design, and he looks very glitched out and whatnot, and it's pretty disturbing. And I really do love the score in this episode. It's very digital, technology-like, and the song composers did a great job with this episode. And yeah, I really did enjoy Don't Hug Me I'm Scared 4. I love the computer character. He was pretty creepy. Well, I wouldn't say creepy. I mean, he was just an interesting character in general. That's what I meant to say. But yeah, he's very interesting. I love the animation. The 3D animation was pretty good. And I just really love the song in this one. This is probably up there as one of my favorite episodes of Don't Hug Me I'm Scared. Okay, everyone, that is my brief review of Don't Hug Me I'm Scared 4. And things are about to get even more weirder when we get to the 5th episode. So be on the lookout for that one coming out in the near future. So what are your thoughts about Don't Hug Me I'm Scared 4? Please let me know in the comments below. And with that said, thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you guys next time on my review on Don't Hug Me I'm Scared 5. So, goodbye everyone. Hello everyone, this is EB the Original Master here, and welcome to episode 5 of the Don't Hug Me I'm Scared retrospective reviews. And today I'm here to review what could possibly be the darkest episode of the entire original series of Don't Hug Me I'm Scared, and that is Don't Hug Me I'm Scared 5. So I would like to apologize for that long pause there. I was trying to get my bearings straight. But yeah, so Don't Hug Me, I'm Scared 5 was released in October of 2015. And this is easily the darkest episode of the entire original series, the original web series, is because it gets pretty messed up. So, a little recap of the fourth Don't Hug Me, I'm Scared. At the ending of that video, the red guy, his head exploded. Yeah, his freaking head exploded at the ending of Don't Hug Me, I'm Scared 4 when he went through a door when he was in the weird computer realm, and then he notices that there were like a filming crew. They used like an actual duck, and they used the yellow guy as a balloon, and so a director came in, he clapped the movie clapper thing, and then the red guy's head exploded. Thus, the reasonings behind Don't Hug Me, I'm Scared 5, where the majority of that whole episode, the red guy is nowhere to be found. So the yellow guy and the duck are the only two remaining characters of this episode, basically. So yeah, so the yellow guy and the duck are in the kitchen of their house, and they notice that the red guy isn't there, and so the kitchen comes to life, basically, where they discover a jar of spinach, I believe, who starts singing about food and whatnot. There's a giant T-bone steak that comes in, and he starts torturing the yellow guy and the duck about healthy foods. And throughout this whole episode, the telephone rings, and whenever the duck answers the phone, the duck wakes up in an operating room, and this is where the episode just takes a dark turn. So we got this weird, ominous music in the background as the duck answers the phone, and then he sees a TV screen, and yeah, it's really messed up. It's a very dark aurora of the duck in this operating room every time he answers the telephone. So yeah, so to speed things up, there's this really weird, creepy segment at the end of the episode where this can that was inside of a microwave was that had the duck's face on it. Yeah, so this giant can comes out of nowhere in the operating room where the duck is, and the can starts eating the duck's intestines, his organs and whatnot, and it's freaking messed up. Like, I don't know how they managed to get this episode passed through YouTube censors, because this is some freaking dark imagery right here of this can eating the organs of the duck. Like, you got the can just laughing really evilly. He's reaching his hands into the duck's stomach, tearing out his intestines, eating that crap up. It's really messed up, and it's really disturbing, and I love it. I love Don't Hug Me, I'm Scared 5. And yeah, so, long story short, the duck ends up getting eaten by the yellow guy because the T-bone steak and the spinach can started saying that they shouldn't eat food from a stranger's plate. They freaking encourage him to eat the duck, so the yellow guy ends up eating him. And then the episode just ends with the yellow guy in the kitchen. It's dark. His cheeks is all filled up with the feathers and whatnot. This is some freaking messed up stuff. This is exactly why this is by far my favorite episode of Don't Hug Me, I'm Scared. The fifth one, this is really good. This is a step up of the other episodes, and this is by far my favorite episode of the whole original web series of Don't Hug Me, I'm Scared. So, excuse me, sorry. All that talking screwed up my throat there. But anyways, so yeah, that is my review on Don't Hug Me, I'm Scared 5. It's really good. It's easily the darkest one of the whole series, and I can see why people might pick this as their favorite episode, and I don't blame them, because this is a really good episode. It's very dark, it's messed up, and it's really good. Alright, you guys, that is my review on Don't Hug Me, I'm Scared 5, and I will see you guys next time on the series finale of the original web series with Don't Hug Me, I'm Scared 6. So with that said, thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you guys next time with that review. Hello, everyone, and welcome to the final episode of the Don't Hug Me, I'm Scared retrospective reviews. And we're going to wrap things up with Don't Hug Me, I'm Scared 6, released on June 19th of 2016. And what a surprising conclusion to the original web series of Don't Hug Me, I'm Scared. And it pretty much explains the whole truth behind what was going on throughout the whole series and whatnot. And yeah, so we're going to go ahead and get things started. So in Don't Hug Me, I'm Scared 6, this final episode of the web series is all about dreams. So the yellow guy from the events after Don't Hug Me, I'm Scared 5 is the last character remaining of the whole series, just because if you guys do not recall, at the ending of Don't Hug Me, I'm Scared 5, the yellow guy ended up eating the duck because I think the steak and the spinach can encouraged him to do so, so he ended up eating the duck. He's dead. He's nowhere around. And the red guy, he actually left the reality that was going on at the ending of Don't Hug Me, I'm Scared 5, where in the credits of that episode, we see him walking in a business outfit near a phone booth. So he was the one who was trying to call the duck. And yeah, so in Don't Hug Me, I'm Scared 6, it's all about dreams. The teacher of this episode is a lampshade, and he's pretty creepy. He's a freaking creepy lampshade with a goofy voice. The yellow guy isn't having any of it. So he tries to tell the lamp that he does not want to hear anything about songs or whatnot, or dreams or whatever. But because this is Don't Hug Me, I'm Scared, creepy things happen. So some of the highlights of this episode, of course, is the lamp drowning the yellow guy in a bed of oil, because in the song he said you can have a dream about drowning in oil. So he ends up drowning the yellow guy in oil. Another highlight of this episode is, of course, the red guy in the real world, where all of his co-workers are the same as him. So all the co-workers in the office that he's working at is the same species as him. It's pretty funny. Even the boss, the manager, is also the same species as the red guy. In fact, pretty much everyone in this business world are the same species, the same red guy species, and it's pretty hilarious. There's even a part in the episode where the red guy sings the creative song from the first Don't Hug Me, I'm Scared episode, which is a nice callback. And we finally get to see the mastermind behind this whole reality of this whole realm or whatever, and that is Roy, who was the father of the yellow guy. So he's behind this, and he basically set up this whole dream world for the red guy and whatnot. So yeah, so the red guy then investigates, and he sees this giant machine with a screen in the center, where he sees the lampshade and the yellow guy at their house, where he starts singing about losing your friends and burning your friends and whatnot. And so what the red guy does is that he can control what enters into the real world. So he brings back previous characters from the Don't Hug Me, I'm Scared series, such as the clock from Don't Hug Me, I'm Scared 2, the computer from Don't Hug Me, I'm Scared 4, the butterfly from Don't Hug Me, I'm Scared 3. He even brought back the steak and the spinach can from episode 5. So this whole episode is one big series finale to find out what is the true mastermind of this whole reality. So it turns out that it was the yellow guy's dad, of course. And then, so what happened is that he shows up, finds out that the red guy is messing around with the controls. He tries to stop him, and then the red guy just pulls the plug, and everything goes back to normal, where the red guy, the yellow guy, and the duck all transformed into the colors of themselves from the first Don't Hug Me, I'm Scared. Now, I know I've said that weirdly, but what I meant to say is that if you guys didn't recall in Don't Hug Me, I'm Scared 1, the red guy's favorite color is blue, the duck's favorite color is red, and the the yellow guy's favorite color was green. And so at the ending of Don't Hug Me, I'm Scared 6, when the red guy pulled the plug, all of those characters turned into their favorite colors, and the calendar went from June 19th to June 20th, Juneteenth, if you guys did not know that. But yeah, and that was the ending of Don't Have Me, I'm Scared 6. What a great series finale. This was a really good episode. And unfortunately, it is not my favorite of the Don't Hug Me, I'm Scared episodes. In fact, episode 5 is my favorite. And this episode right here, Don't Hug Me, I'm Scared 6, is my second favorite. And yeah, so that is Don't Hug Me, I'm Scared 6. It was a really good series finale. The puppetry was great. I really liked the story. And yeah, it was a really good way to cap off the original web series. And yeah, so that's all of the Don't Hug Me, I'm Scared episodes reviewed, the web series episodes. I hope you guys enjoyed this retrospective. And by the time I'm recording this video, the brand new TV series is now streaming on Channel 4. So again, I'm going to have to wait until some lucky person out there on YouTube or somebody out there on the internet puts these episodes out there on a Google Drive link. Is because there is no way I'm spending money on a streaming service just to watch this episode. I don't really care about streaming, and I do not want to have to use a VPN. I want to watch this for free. I know it sounds stupid of me for saying that, but I don't care. Why would I want to spend money on a streaming service in a country that I'm not even from just to watch this series? So if somebody does end up linking this series on Google Drive somewhere, then I will be happy to watch it. But at this time, I'm just gonna have to wait for another way for this series to come out. If it does come out in the United States somehow, that's great. But as of right now, I cannot watch this series unless somebody is willing to put it out there on the Google Drive folder for free. So for those who doesn't want to spend money for a streaming service or for a VPN, they could do it that way. But yeah, so I'm saying that right now. So thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you guys next time with more videos. Hello everyone, this is EB the Ritual Master here, coming to you guys with a review on the first episode of the new Don't Hug Me, I'm Scared series, which is now streaming on Channel 4. And this first episode is called Jobs. And so in this first episode, the yellow guy, the duck, and the red guy are sitting at their kitchen. They're bored. They have nothing to do today. And the duck basically tells the two that they will rather do something than rather just sitting home all day. And so that's when this briefcase character comes in, and he basically tells our characters that he has a job to attend to, and he basically teaches the characters what a job is. And so that's where the episode breaks into a song. And the song is pretty good. It's because that Don't Hug Me, I'm Scared is known for their really catchy songs and their animation styles and whatnot. And this song is no exception to the others from the original web series of Don't Hug Me, I'm Scared. So the characters are then teleported to this job facility where they are greeted with a wrench and a nut character. Yes, a nut as in the tool. That's what I'm talking about, obviously. So yeah, this nut and this wrench character are the two employees of this job facility where they basically make things out of everyday objects. So the duck and the yellow guy basically gets a hold of their new jobs, and the red guy gets a job as manager where he meets with a fax machine and a waste bin character. These characters were pretty hilarious, is because that they were trying to convince the red guy to become manager, and he was getting way into his job, where the duck is the only character to stop the madness and whatnot. So yeah, just like with the original web series, this show contains the same dark imagery of what we know and love about the Don't Hug Me, I'm Scared series, such as, for example, earlier in the episode, the yellow guy had like a welt on his arm. It was very detailed. And towards the climax of the episode, there was a scene in the episode in the climax where the red guy and the yellow guy became old people, and the yellow guy basically reached his hand into the machine to grab this brochure that the duck character through, and he ended up getting his hand chopped off of it, and then it all turned out to be it was all this whole dream sequence. And then the ending, oh my god, this ending was very graphic and hilarious at the same time, where the briefcase tosses a coin into the air and it lands into the duck's eye. It was so weird and it was hilarious at the same time. So yeah, this does have its dark humor. But yeah, so yeah, overall, this first episode of the new Dog I'm Scared series was really good. It was really, really good. I really enjoyed it. It had some good humor. I really liked the characters in this episode. The dialogue was very funny, and overall, it was a really good first episode. All right, so that's it. That's my review on the first episode, Jobs of the new Don't Hug Me, I'm Scared series. And yeah, if you guys would like to see this series for yourself, in the description below would be a link to all of the episodes of the show that was given to me from a Discord friend. So yeah, if you guys would like to take a look at that for yourself, feel free to do so. All right, so thank you guys for watching this first episode. I will see you guys next time with episode 2. So see you guys later. Hello everyone, this is EB the Original Master here, and welcome to my review on the second episode of the 2022 Don't Hug Me, I'm Scared series, titled Death. So in this episode, the yellow guy and the duck realizes that the duck is dead, according to the newspaper. So there's a new character in this episode, which is this coffin or a casket, and he basically appears from the ground of the home of the three main characters, where he basically tells the characters about death and how you can handle death. So there's a lot of really interesting scenes in this episode, such as the yellow guy and the duck. Well, I'm sorry, the yellow guy and the red guy attending the duck's funeral, where in his tombstone it was named David for some reason. And yeah, so there's also another subplot in the episode where the duck is in the casket, the casket character, where he basically talks to him about his life and whatnot, and he's bored, so he basically tells him that he would rather do stuff instead of just coping about the fact that he's dead. So yeah, so this is also the episode with the song that was played in the promos of the Don't Hug Me I'm Scared series, which was Getting Ready for the Big Day, which I found that song to be pretty catchy and whatnot. So yeah, that was a pretty catchy song. And yeah, the ending was rather dark. They actually played around with the theme song where they were singing the Just Three of Us. That's the theme song of the new Don't Hug Me I'm Scared series. So they played around with the theme song. There was like different variances of it, which I found pretty funny and interesting at the same time. So yeah, this episode was pretty good. I really liked this episode too. Um, so yeah, that was my review on the death episode of the 2022 Don't Hug Me I'm Scared series. Yeah, I'm gonna call it the 2022 series just because this series doesn't have a unique title to separate it from the original web series. So I'm just gonna call it the 2022 Don't Hug Me I'm Scared series, so you guys know which series I'm talking about. All right, so that's my review. I'll see you guys next time on my review on the third episode, which I will be watching a little bit later, but not right now. But I will get a chance to watch it later. But whenever I do watch it, I will give out my review on it. So thank you guys for watching. What are your thoughts about this episode if you've seen it? Let me know in the comments below, and I'll see you guys next time with that review in the future. Hello, everyone. This is EB the Original Master here, and welcome to my review on the third episode of the 2022 Don't Hug Me I'm Scared series, which is titled Family. And this episode was extremely interesting and might be the darkest episode of the series, in my opinion. It gave me huge Don't Hug Me I'm Scared 5 vibes from the original web series. And this episode is basically about a set of twin siblings by the name of Todd Lee and Lily, who pays a visit to the main characters' homes, where they are trying to open a pack of chips or something. It was a bag of chips that they're trying to open. It was a family pack, and so they literally pay a visit to their house and they tell them about what's it like to become a family and whatnot. And these two characters, Toddley and Lily, were very disturbing characters. They were voiced by the same actor because they had similar voices, which I found pretty funny, I guess. And this episode had an extremely dark twist where they were trying to basically use our main characters as their part of the family is because that I guess their mother died or something, because throughout the episode they were basically trying to use our characters to get DNA samples so they can be part of their family and whatnot. Like, for example, like there's a part in the episode where um Toddley and Lily showed the yellow guy and the red guy their family tree, and the tree gave the red guy a blood sample, and then he freaking just passes out and falls back into the home of their world. And yeah, this episode was extremely messed up and dark, and the ending was well executed. I really did like the ending where the yellow guy was dressed up as their mom, and he had to call this number to order them food and whatnot. It was really disturbing, and might be my favorite episode of the series thus far. Okay, that is my review on the family episode of the 2022 Don't Hug Me, I'm Scared series. It was really dark. It was interesting. And so far, this series has been really fun. I really enjoyed the series. It's been lots of fun as of lately, and I'm looking forward to watch the last 3 episodes in the future. So with that said, thank you guys for watching, and I will see you guys next time on my next review of the series. Hello, everyone. This is Evie the Original Master here, and welcome to my review on the 4th episode of the 2022 Don't Hug Me, I'm Scared series. And in this episode, it is titled Friendship. So it is computer day at the house of our 3 main characters, and the computer from Don't Hug Me, I'm Scared 4 makes an appearance in this episode where our main characters, the yellow guy, the duck, and the red guy, are trying to get in to the computer so they could browse to the internet. So in the episode, there is this character by the name of Warren, who is this worm character who basically interrupts the episode, telling the viewers about friends and what not to do if you're trying to make friends. And there are lots of scenarios in this episode that I found really funny. Um, the scene that caught me off guard was the scene where the red guy and the duck started swearing. This just went from 0 to 100 real quick. Where there's a scene in the episode where the red guy and the duck was talking to the yellow guy, and they were and it resulted into them swearing at him, which I found very unexpected for Don't Hug Me, I'm Scared. But knowing that this is dark comedy, I wasn't expecting them to go through a route like that, but it caught me off guard at first, and I thought it was pretty funny when I first saw it. And so there's actually another part in the episode where the yellow guy becomes depressed, where to the point where um the worm character by the name of Warren, like I said earlier, told them that the red guy and the duck really isn't his friends. And so there's another subplot in the episode where we visit the brain of the yellow guy, where he makes friends known as his brain friends, which is this animated claymation segment, which was another highlight of the episode. And the part that completely lost me was the ending, and I will not talk about the ending is because it is extremely funny. And if you haven't seen the ending of this episode, of course, the link of all the episodes will be in the description below. But the ending had me dying with laughter. It was that funny. And I I know that the family episode was my favorite episode, but I will have to say that this episode, the friendship episode, is probably the funniest episode from the series thus far because of that ending. The ending was extremely funny, and I really liked it a lot. All right, so that is my review on the friendship episode from the Don't Hug Me, I'm Scared series, and hope you guys enjoyed the review. and I will see you guys next time in the future with another review from this series. Hello, everyone. This is EB the Original Master here, and welcome to another review of the 2022 Don't Hug Me, I'm Scared series. And today I'll be reviewing episode 5, Transport. And in this episode, after getting tired of sitting around in the house all day, the red guy ventures to actually leave out of the house to go somewhere, and the character in this episode is a train, who is this old man character he's an old train, and he has the voice of an old man, and he basically tell our characters about different transportation, and so our three main characters then basically ride in a car to their destination, and the car ride turns out to be pretty hectic. Is because that the duck and the yellow guy would rather stay at home than leaving out of their home. Well. What I meant to say is that they will rather stay at home instead of going out on a trip. I said that the other way around, but that was my mistake. But yeah, um, this episode was pretty good. I really liked it. Some of the highlights of this episode to me that stood out was the GPS character that talked to our main characters. The freaking red guy just threw him out the window. I found that pretty funny. Um, the ending was pretty janked up. Where they actually made it to their destination, which was this scrapyard. It was kind of like a scrapyard, and so and their car broke down, and at the ending of the episode, it cut to a hand on a set, and it was a car, and the car um drove to the house of our three main characters, as in the set. Because if you've seen the ending of the episode, you would have known that it was a set, and yeah. So overall, this episode was pretty decent. I had fun with it, and it did had some really funny jokes in there. And yeah, so that is my review on the transport episode of Don't Hug Me, I'm Scared. I'll see you guys next time with the final episode of the 2022 series, which is titled Electricity. So I'm very looking forward to see this final episode. And yeah, so thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you guys next time. Hello, everyone. This is EB the Original Master here, and welcome to my review on the final episode of the 2022 Don't Hug Me, I'm Scared series, titled Electricity. And in this final episode, it actually kind of feels like the whole ending to the series in a way, and it kind of gave me vibes of Don't Hug Me, I'm Scared 6 from the original series. Now, the reason why I say this is because that this episode doesn't have the proper opening theme song like the other episodes had. As a matter of fact, it actually turns out that the world in this new Don't Hug Me, I'm Scared series was run by a character, a human character, which we've never seen before in the Don't Hug Me, I'm Scared series. We've never had a human actor interact with our characters before up until this episode, by the name of a character by the name of Leslie. And she's the one who basically runs the whole house of the characters that they lived in. If you guys would have known that from the ending of the episode if you haven't seen it. But if you had seen it, you probably would have known. So yeah, electricity. In this episode, our characters learned about different electricity and why electricity is important. I don't know why I said different electricity. What I meant to say is that the characters learned about electricity by a robot character that was living in their electrical box. So this robot character comes out singing a song about electricity and whatnot. There were some really, really cool segments in this episode, such as the song, of course, of them singing about electricity. And another thing that I want to bring up that I've noticed, starting with episode 4, which was the friendship episode, is that the characters all of a sudden started swearing. Like, the show decided to go for an adult route. What I mean by that is that in the friendship episode, back in episode 4, the duck and the yellow not the yellow guy, the duck and the red guy started swearing in the episode, but in that episode the swearing was censored, so you didn't hear what they said. It was actually censored out during post-production. That was the first episode that had swearing in it. The transport episode, there was a scene in that episode where the red guy was driving the car, and the train character turned himself into a steering wheel, and then he said HE double hockey sticks. That's all I'm gonna say. Is that I'm not gonna actually say it out loud, is because I don't swear in my videos. And then in the 6th episode, the red guy said the H word, and the duck guy said the D word. Well, it's the other D word. It's not dick. It's the other D word. And yeah, so I've noticed that that the later episode had mild swearing in it, and I don't know why they did that. I mean, I'm not complaining about it all that much. I just found it weird that all of a sudden that the creators of Don't Hug Me, I'm Scared decided to implement adult language into the series. I mean, I'm not complaining about it. I just find it weird that in the original series, the show had no swearing in it, but all of a sudden, and these last 3 episodes of this 2022 series, they started swearing. I mean, I just find it weird, but I wasn't complaining about it all too much about it. I just found it really weird that all of a sudden they decided to implement adult language into this series. But I mean, to be fair, Don't Hug Me, I'm Scared really isn't a children's series, because it does have dark humor in it, and it kind of parodies children's shows and whatnot. But if they wanted to implement swearing in it, then okay, that's cool, I guess. But yeah, overall, this episode was actually really good. I really enjoyed this final episode. The ending was actually really funny to see the yellow guy shredding the book that Leslie gave him at the ending of the episode. Like, he shredded the book, and that's how the series ended. And yeah, so overall, this was a really fun series. I'm happy that the series came out. I don't know what's the future for Don't Hug Me, I'm Scared holds. I don't know if there's going to be a season 2 to this series, but if we don't get any more Don't Hug Me, I'm Scared episodes after this series, then I'm satisfied. This was a fun series. Congratulations to Josh Pelling and Becky Solin, the creators of Don't Hug Me, I'm Scared. They did an amazing job with this series, and I'm hoping that this show gets renewed for a 2nd season later down the line. And if not, then I'm satisfied with what we got. All right, so thank you guys for watching my review on the electricity episode of the 2022 Don't Hug Me, I'm Scared series. What are your thoughts about this episode if you've seen it? And yeah, so thank you guys for watching, and that's the series. Goodbye, everyone.